Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on post notifications so you never miss any hot and trending gist. Because today's topic, it's one that has fans acting like full-time detectives, and honestly, the level of analysis going on right now is next level. All right, let's get into it. So recently, Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wat'S have been posting on social media, and what might look like normal content at first glance has turned into a full-blown investigation by fans. And I'm not even exaggerating. People are zooming in, screenshotting, comparing, and connecting dots like never before. And according to many fans, these recent posts might actually be revealing more than we think. Now, are they really dropping hints, or are fans just reading too much into it? Let's break everything down carefully. First, let's talk about the nature of these posts on the surface. Everything looks normal: photos, videos, casual captions, nothing that directly screams relationship. That clearly confirms anything. But here's the thing: fans aren't just looking at what's obvious. They're looking at everything: the background, the timing, the captions, the mood, the details. And that's where things start to get interesting. Now let's talk about timing, because this is one of the biggest things fans are focusing on. There have been moments where Maurice Sam posts something, and not too long after, Pearl Wat'S posts something that seems connected, not identical, but similar enough to raise questions. And once fans noticed this pattern, that's when the decoding began. People started lining up timestamps, comparing when posts were uploaded, trying to figure out if these moments were happening around the same time. And in some cases, the timing looked very close. Now let's move to location clues, because this is where things get even more spicy. As fans would say, some posts appear to be taken in environments that look similar lighting, similar backgrounds, similar setups. And once fans picked up on that, they didn't let it go. They started comparing every detail: walls, furniture, outdoor settings, trying to see if Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wat'S were actually in the same place. Now, nothing has been confirmed. But according to fans, some of these similarities are too close to ignore. Now let's talk about captions, because this is another area where people are finding hidden meaning. First glance, the captions seem normal, simple, casual, but fans believe some of them might have deeper meanings. They look at the wording, the tone, the timing, and sometimes they try to connect one caption to another, like a conversation happening but indirectly. Now whether that's true or not, that's up for debate, but one thing is certain: fans are paying attention. Now let's talk about engagement, because this is where things get even more interesting. Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wat'S don't always interact in obvious ways online. But when they do, fans notice immediately: a like here, a comment there, a quick reaction. And once those interactions happen, they become part of the bigger picture fans are building. Now here's something else people are pointing out: energy. Yes, energy. Fans believe that the vibe of their recent posts feels different, more relaxed, more confident, more aligned. And while that might sound subjective, it's something a lot of people have mentioned. Now let's take a step back for a moment, because we have to ask the big question: are these posts actually connected, or are fans just connecting dots that don't really exist? Because that's the reality here. Everything we're seeing can be interpreted in different ways. Now let's talk about patterns, because this is where fans feel most confident. It's not just one post. It's not just one coincidence. It's multiple moments over time. And when you see repeated similarities, it starts to feel intentional. At least, that's what fans believe. Now here, where things get even more interesting, the idea of soft hints. Some fans believe that if Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wat'S are actually close, or even in a relationship, they might not want to announce it directly. Instead, they might drop subtle hints, small clues, things that only people paying close attention would notice. And according to this theory, that's exactly what's happening. Now again, this is just a theory, but it's one that a lot of people are buying into right now. Now let's talk about reactions, because once fans started decoding these posts, the internet responded quickly. Comments started flooding in, people sharing their opinions, some saying, "This is too obvious," others saying, "You guys are reaching." That's where the debate comes in. Now let's bring in another angle: coincidence. Because everything we've talked about could also be explained in a very simple way. They're just posting normally. They're just living their lives. And fans are interpreting it through a certain lens. That is a very real possibility. Now let's talk about why this is happening. Why are fans going this deep? Because people love a good mystery, especially when it involves two people who seem to have undeniable chemistry. It creates excitement, it creates curiosity, and it keeps people engaged. Now imagine this. If one day Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts come out and confirm something, what do you think will happen? People will go back to these posts and say, "We saw it. The clues were there." It all makes sense now. That's why this conversation is so intense right now, because people feel like they're uncovering something in real time. Now let's talk about what happens next. Fans are not going to stop. Every new post will be analyzed. Every detail will be examined. Every interaction will be questioned. Because once this kind of attention starts, it doesn't go away. Now let's address something important. There is no official confirmation. No statement from Maurice, Sam. No statement from Pearl Watts. Everything remains speculation. Strong speculation, but still speculation. Now let's summarize everything clearly. Fans are decoding Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts. Recent posts, because of timing similarities, possible shared locations caption, interpretations subtle, interactions consistent, patterns, and the overall vibe of their content, put all of that together. And it creates a narrative that feels convincing to many. But again, without confirmation, it remains unproven. Now it's your turn. Do you think Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts are dropping subtle hints in their posts? Or do you think fans are just overanalyzing normal content? And if they are hinting at something, do you think it should stay private or be revealed? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.